Once again, I apologize for the long absence. And it's been a long time since I've made videos, which means it's been a long time since I've been able to speak publicly. So once again, I'm going to be a little fucking rusty. Steve, I was supposed to be making videos about the 2018 season, rest in peace style or whatever the fuck. But you know the drill by now. Life gets in the fucking way, and sometimes most people don't have. When life gets in the way for most people, it means that you can't. It means you can't always focus on making videos. So I do apologize for that shit, and it is time for me to talk about the National Football League, and the NFL kicking off its 100th season in less than 24 hours. I was going to make a preview video for the AFC and a preview video for the NFC, but during the AFC session, which is the only one that I was making, I was rambling back and fucking forth about this, that, and the other thing, and all this fucking bullshit, and all this fucking shenanigans, and it was like, fuck it, this is taking way too long, and I don't feel like making a 1 hour fucking video. So half hour video, fine. 1 hour video, that might be pushing it. I should have myself a partner, but whatever. But anyway, it is time for your 2019 NFL Week 1 picks. Let's get started because I don't have time for this bullshit. And it starts off, usually, of course, for those of you who have lived under a rock, usually when the season kicks off, it starts with the reigning Super Bowl champion on a Thursday night. But because of the NFL season turning 100 this year, the NFL decided to go with surprise, surprise, the oldest rivalry in the National Football League. And the Bears only lead this series by only 2 games. So anyway, yes, Packers going on the road to face the Chicago Bears. Now Aaron Rodgers better be happy with the hiring of Matt LaFleur because he finally got his wish of Mike McCarthy being fired because he felt like he was limited with Mike McCarthy's conservativeness. However, a new head coach is still a new head coach, and the Chicago Bears, who last year finished 12-4 and won the NFC North division, and that's fine. But they lost by a double doink, as NBC fucking parodied whatever. That was fucking funny, by the way. But yeah, holy fucking shit. Cody fucking Parkey, and then after that, the Bears were looking for a new kicker for the entire preseason, and it has not been fucking easy to find one, apparently. My concern is Mitchell Trubisky as well. I know it's everybody else's concern but there's a reason for that though, because Mitchell Trubisky needs to prove why the Bears took him number 2 overall in 2 years ago. And they could have had him at number 3 with more draft picks. That's how fucking stupid the Bears were at that time. I'm not saying they shouldn't have drafted Mitchell Trubisky. They shouldn't have drafted Mitchell Trubisky. They shouldn't have traded up to get Mitchell Trubisky. They didn't need to. With that being said, however, go ahead, I know know it's just a lazy thing to do to pick the home team, but go ahead, take the Chicago Bears to defeat the Green Bay Packers. I don't see the Packers winning Week 1. Like I said, it's a new head coach, and who knows though? Who knows? The Packers might actually win in Week 1. All right, on to the Sunday games. Falcons going on the road to face the Minnesota Vikings. The Falcons have finally improved by getting rid of Steve Sarkisian, who is fucking garbage. Now I get that. I get that the old offensive coordinator, who was the old Buccaneers head coach, is a retread from a few years ago, but there are advantages of retread coordinators. Familiarity, especially within Matt Ryan's case. You know, Matt Ryan should have a really good season this year. Of course, my concern is the Falcons' defense. Are they really healthy? Because that was actually the main downfall of the Falcons season. It was the fucking injuries, especially on the defensive side of the football. Because once that shit happened, the Falcons season was fucked. And the Vikings, meanwhile, well, lo and behold, when Kirk Cousins disappointed when it mattered the most, here come the excuse makers saying complete utter garbage. Oh, you see, before the excuses were that he didn't have enough talent around him in Washington, even though that's complete fucking bullshit. He had plenty of talent around him on the offensive side of the ball. Enough talent around him, especially in 2015 and 2016, to be 12-4 and 11-5, and instead he finishes 9-7 and 8-7-1. So my ass, he didn't have any fucking talent. Okay, they might not have been the healthiest talent, but they were still talented. But there was still some talent on the offensive side of the ball. Okay, Alfred Morris for one thing, even though he was starting to get old at that point. Pierre Garçon, even though the injuries were starting to catch up to him after he left the Washington Redskins. Deshaun Jackson, who was still really good. And Jordan Reed, before injuries started getting to him. But now in Minnesota, it's, he only had 1 year to. It's like, it shouldn't take this fucking long though, is the problem. He's either good enough to win a Super Bowl, or he's not good enough to win a Super Bowl. He's not even good enough to win 10 fucking games. Give me a fucking break. Now, I expect the team to improve this year because they're going to be focused more on running the football. I know I gave Kirk Cousins some crap, but give me a fucking break. They weren't running the football enough. I expect that with the changes at the offensive coordinator position and the offensive coaching positions in general. They're going to run the football even more than they did last year. And maybe that could be the difference between 8-7-1 and 12-4 and the Vikings winning this division. But they still got to worry about the Packers and the Bears. And if anybody's looking... But anyway, on to the... But anyway, on to the picks. Go ahead, take the Minnesota Vikings. This is a huge coin flip, but go ahead, take the Minnesota Vikings to defeat the Atlanta Falcons. The Vikings usually win on their home openers. Next up, Buffalo Bills going on the road to face the New York Jets. Now, the Buffalo Bills just got rid of LaShawn McCoy on cut day, and of course, the Chiefs picked him up for free. Great job, Buffalo. But listen, Buffalo's defense should be fine. This should be fine. However, since the Jets are at home, go ahead take the New York Jets to fucking defeat the Buffalo Bills. Although it should be interesting to see Josh Allen versus Sam Darnold. I want to see how good Josh Allen does, and I definitely want to see how good Sam Darnold does. And speaking of 2018 quarterbacks, Browns hosting the Tennessee Titans. This will be Baker Mayfield's first full season as the starting quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. Last year should have been his first full season, but Hugh Jackson is retarded. What else is there to say? My concerns about the Cleveland Browns are this. One, they didn't keep Greg Williams for whatever reason. They didn't make him the head coach, is what I'm trying to say. And they're putting their faith in Freddie Kitchens. And nobody knows what the hell what the hell Freddie Kitchens is, nor who this guy is. And as far as the Tennessee Titans go, listen, it's going to be a closer game than people think. I think everybody's really hating on the Titans a little bit too much. But go ahead and take the Cleveland Browns to do something that they haven't been able to do since 2004. Win on opening day. Last year they came close and tied on opening day, but they didn't win on opening day. And that's all I've got to say about that. Next up, Chiefs going on the road to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Out goes Blake Bortles. In comes Nick Foles. Ugh, God. I hope this. Jacksonville should be a shoo-in to win the AFC South because of the retirement of Andrew Luck. But here's the problem with that, though. The Jaguars, for the past decade or so, have always found ways to fuck things up. We'll wait and see. And the Chiefs, well, they just got done losing in the AFC Championship game to the point where the Chiefs were whining and bitching and complaining about, oh, they need to change the overtime rules and blah, 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 and fucking yak, and Jesus fucking Christ, shut the fuck up and play defense next time. Fuck out of here. Go ahead, take the Kansas City Chiefs. I understand the Jaguars are a good defense and everything. Great. Should be a top 5 defense once again in the National Football League. But they're facing Patrick Mahomes. Now, they have faced Patrick Mahomes before, and I know people are going to say that teams are going to have film on him now or whatever the fuck, but the problem is teams have had like 16 years worth of film of Tom Brady, and yet they still can't figure him out. Listen, Patrick Mahomes is the real deal, okay? Barring an injury, they should be back in the AFC Championship game, getting teabagged by the Patriots again, most likely. But go ahead and take the Chiefs to win this one. Rams going on the road to take on the Carolina Panthers. Now, Cam Newton had shoulder problems last year, which is why he struggled. And he got injured, and he injured his foot or his leg or whatever during the offseason. But Cam Newton is expected to start because I just hope they don't rush him back because they're not rushing him back because of the backup quarterbacks in the preseason fucking sucked. But whatever. And the Rams got done scoring the fewest points in Super Bowl history. Another reason why the Rams fucking suck. You know what? Call me fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but go ahead and take the Carolina Panthers to defeat the LA Rams. I think the Rams are going to have a major setback in 2019 this year. I'm sorry. But I'm not. But say what you want about the concern of Cam Newton's health, But there should be as much equal concern about Todd Gurley's health, especially hit in one of his knees. Here we go. This should be an interesting one. Ravens going on the road to face the Miami Dolphins. Now, Ryan Fitzpatrick is expected to start in this game. And listen, Lamar Jackson played pretty well last year, considering they were dumbing down the fucking offense pretty much. But I want to see the Ravens open the playbook up even more so. Give him some more plays, because that's the only way that a quarterback is ever going to grow or fucking crash and burn. Because the Dolphins are at home, go ahead and take the Miami Dolphins to defeat the Baltimore Ravens. I know the Dolphins are supposed to be rebuilding and everything because of the huge fucking trades that they had. Well, just one trade, really, but it was a pretty big fucking trade with the Houston Texans. But go ahead and take the Dolphins to win. All right, late afternoon. No, one more game. My bad. Redskins going on the road to face the Philadelphia Eagles. The Redskins are going to start the season with Case Keenum. They did draft Dwayne Haskins back in April. Excuse me. And Carson Wentz coming off a back injury in 2018, which ultimately ended the season, of course, which ultimately led to the Philadelphia Eagles making it back to the playoffs. And here's the thing, though: had Carson Wentz stayed on the field, the Eagles were not making the playoffs because he's doing, and that's why he was done for the remainder of the season. He was doing more harm than good. Doesn't mean Nick Foles is the greatest quarterback since sliced bread was invented. It just means that Carson Wentz has got to do a whole hell of a lot better than fucking Zach Ertz. We'll wait and fucking see about the Eagles, but Eagles long term. But go ahead and give me the Eagles to win this game. It should be a close one because division opponents. But moving on quickly, Bengals going on the road. Now on to the late afternoon games. Bengals going on the road to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Now the Seahawks also got done fucking the Houston Texans up the ass with the addition of Jadeveon Clowney in exchange for fucking scrap players. Of course, I'll get to the Houston Texans when I make that pick, but yeah, holy shit, Cincinnati Bengals, it's looking like this should be like one of those 10 plus point beatdowns or whatever the fuck. I mean, look, the Bengals, they did the right thing in firing Marvin Lewis. Way too fucking late. It should have happened after the 2010 season, but at least they fired him. Yeah. Fine, whatever. However, take the Seahawks to annihilate the Cincinnati Bengals. Moving on quickly. Colts going on the road to face the LA Chargers of San Diego. And the Colts are starting their season without Andrew Luck because of Andrew Luck's retirement and shit. There were questions of whether or not Andrew Luck was going to play Week 1. Then there were questions of whether or not he was going to play in 2019 at all. Well, the questions have been answered. He's not playing in 2019. In fact, he's retired. And the Chargers, but here's the other thing: if Frank Reich is as good of a head coach as everybody says he is, he should have no problems making certain adjustments. So no excuses for the Indianapolis Colts in 2019. team. Now Vegas did have to change the spread because the Colts were one of the heavy favorites to win a Super Bowl, but it is what it is. And then the Chargers, well, they won't feel them. I also don't think that they'll suffer the effects of losing Melvin Gordon and Derwin James yet, but so take the Chargers to win this game. They were winning this game whether Andrew Luck is playing in this game or not. I was shocked that Andrew Luck got retired at the age of 29. No, of course, he'll be 30 during the NFL season, but whatever. Moving on quickly. Giants going on the road to take on the Dallas Cowboys once again to start the season. Starting the season is the Giants and the Cowboys. Very fucking nice. And they just got done paying Ezekiel Elliott some guaranteed money. And he's going to be playing in week 1. So I'm taking the Cowboys to win this game. Cowboys. End of story. Okay, this should be... okay. Lions going on the road to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Cream of the fucking crap for week 1. The Lions played like utter shit last year, and although they did beat Green Bay, in frigid cold Green Bay, might I add. And the Cardinals, well, not only did they get a new head coach, they also have a new quarterback. And the new head coach is fucking Cliff Kingsbury, and the quarterback is Kyler Murray. 5'5", 180 some pounds, 5'9", 5'8", whatever. 180 some pounds soaking wet quarterback, and yet for some reason I'm going to take the Arizona Cardinals to win this game. We don't know what we need. We don't know what this air raid offense is going to be. It could be a revolutionary thing, or it could end up being like Chip Kelly's bullshit offense. Or it could be worse than the Fun and Gun when Steve Spurrier was the head coach in 2003, which ironically enough was not any fun at all. But go ahead, take the Arizona Cardinals to win. Told you I was a little rusty, so whatever. Niners going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The excuses need to stop for the 49ers this year. Last year they were so injury depleted to the point where they finished 4-12. Fuck. Even then Jimmy Garoppolo needs to play a whole hell of a lot better. It's not even that. He was playing fine. Fine. It's just the injury that were the problem. And my mistake on last year. My mistake, because last year I said they suffered an ACL tear with the Patriots in 2016. I was wrong. He sprayed an AC joint in 2016. But he did suffer an ACL tear last year, as we all fucking know. This is a tough game for me to pick. I was gonna take the 49ers. The problem is they're having to travel to Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win in week 1. Alright, Sunday Night Football. Steelers going on the road to face the New England Patriots. Last time these two teams met, the Steelers actually went on to beat the New England Patriots. Here's the problem with that, though. It didn't fucking matter at the end of the day, because the Steelers didn't make the playoffs, and the Patriots, surprise, surprise, win another fucking Super Bowl. Congrats to them. And Tom Brady's still playing. Which surprises nobody, because he did say that he was going to play until he's, 45 years old or whatever the fuck. we'll see how true to his word he will be. God, this is a risky pick, because the Steelers. I do expect the Steelers to win the AFC North this year. Don't get me wrong, the Cleveland Browns better be fucking good because of all the talent that they fucking have. Okay, but I do not expect the Steelers to just lay down and let the Cleveland Browns just win the AFC North. Okay, I'd be a delusional fucking retard if I thought that. I know they lost Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. However, it wouldn't shock me to see the Steelers beat the New England Patriots, even in Foxborough. I just don't see it happening. Take the New England Patriots to defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, and the ESPN primetime football Monday doubleheader starts off with the Texans going on the road to face the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees has had some struggles against the New Orleans Saints in the past. Of course, the Texans' defense obviously got a little bit worse because of the Jadeveon Clowney injury, but I think they're overrating the shit out of Jadeveon Clowney a little bit too fucking much, in my opinion. Yes, he has shown flashes of being great. But he's inconsistent as fuck, and he's had some injuries. At least early on in the season. And don't give me bullshit about, he made the Pro Bowl and shit like that. So I understand the Texans trading away Jadeveon Clowney. It's the other trade that I had a problem with. Getting Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Stills for 2 first-rounders and a second-rounder. But listen, it's understandable why they got Laramie Tunsil. Okay, he's one of the best left tackles in the game. Fine. But they gave up way too fucking much. And if the Texans did a much better job of evaluating talent, they wouldn't be in situations where they have to get fucked by the Seattle Seahawks and then Red Sox by the fucking Dolphins. Okay, give me a fucking break on that shit. And as far as the Saints go, man, they are so. It's been months since that non-pass interference call, which some would say that should have been called. But fuck out of here. That's not why they lost the game. So get the fuck over it, for one thing. And there are questions about Drew Brees' throwing shoulder, because I've seen Drew Brees throw late, especially later in the season after they lost to the Cowboys. Drew Brees started throwing balls that were started short hopping receivers, fucking throwing low balls, and the only reason why he was able to throw a big time pass to begin with, during the game against the Rams, was because he was just chucking the ball up there. If the Rams defender just turned around and just went for and just batted the ball down, because he was trying to go for the interception, but he couldn't. But Ted Ginn Jr. was just there, because that was not a pretty pass by Drew Brees at all. Anyway, enough about that shit. That's all in the past. It should be in the past anyway. And yet people are going to be bitching about this. But it's because of the whining and bitching and fucking complaining about this shit, about this pass interference penalty bullshit, that now pass interference penalties are going to be reviewable. Whether on called penalties or non-called penalties. And yes, I do not agree with this fucking rule either. This is for those who do disagree. Yeah, I'm with you. This is fucking retarded. Anyway, enough fucking around. Saints, end of story. Moving on. Broncos going on the road to take on the Oakland Raiders. Normally, Normally, I would take. Normally, when it comes now, because the Broncos have a new head coach and a new quarterback, which means the Broncos are going to be delusionally going for another playoff run, or at least thinking that they're a playoff team when they clearly are not a playoff team. And the biggest problem with that, is they're not in a position where they're going to be winning the championship this year. As far as the Oakland Raiders go, well, Antonio Brown is still bringing his stupid ass drama. It's just now in Oakland and not in Pittsburgh. And we'll wait and see what happens with the Raiders. With the Raiders this year, they should do better than 4-12. And guess what? And getting back to the Broncos, because normally when the Broncos hire a new head coach, the head coach usually wins week one. The debuting head coach. However, this is not one of these occasions. The only other occasion so take the Oakland Raiders to win week one. The only other occasion where the Broncos hired a new head coach and lost on opening day was against the Oakland Raiders. That's why I'm taking the Oakland Raiders. Sorry this video took long. Sorry I've been gone for so long. And sorry I am rusty as fuck. But whatever. That's it. That's all. Until next time, later, fuckers.